People have been going wild, out of control to get these squishies. I even waited in line at 5 different stores to get my hands on these. So today, I'm testing all the viral squishies to see which one can be crowned the squishiest of the squishies. And at the end of the video, I'm also gonna be making my own squishy to see if waiting in line was even worth it, because homemade might be better. We're gonna start with least viral to most viral, starting with some food squishies. If you guys know me and have watched this channel for a long time, you know my history with butter. And this is a butter squishy that has been going viral, not for its squishiness, but for a different reason, which I'll get to. But this squishy is pretty good. It feels like it's a little bit foamy. The squish does not bounce back that fast. So I'm gonna give it a satisfaction score of 6 out of 10, but we're gonna be amping up its satisfaction level later. Let's take a look at this croissant squishy. It comes in a little bakery package like this, and it's soft like dough. Oh my gosh, it actually looks pretty realistic too, but I don't recommend taking a bite out of this one. In terms of squishiness satisfaction, it bounces back much faster than the butter, but it still has that foaminess that just kind of stays there. So I had an idea. People on the internet have been trying the weirdest things, and no, we're not gonna be baking off the butter or the croissant, but we are gonna be pouring some paraffin wax over it because I saw this viral ASMR video that just looked so satisfying with every single poke and crack that the fingers touch. So let's make our own. Let's pour some over the croissant, and now let's smother our butter in wax. I'm gonna go ahead and let the wax firm up and get nice and hard while we move on to our next viral squishy. Now we have the newest kid on the block, Specks. These are starting to slowly go viral on TikTok, and I've only just started seeing them, but there's 2 different textures. So while these are not technically squishies, they're magnets that mimic the feeling of a squishy, which kind of doesn't make sense to me, so we're gonna test it. It's like a puffy, squishy cluster without the mess. Can we really get the same feeling with magnets? Whoa, that is kind of cool. Except they tend to stick to the box right here, and it's kind of hard to get out. In a very odd and weird way, they do feel kind of squishy because every time I squeeze it, it conforms and falls out. But I don't love that they're hard, and they kind of fall apart easily. Satisfaction level honestly just gets a 4, so we'll stick to the squishies. This is the gump. Oh, it's so squishy. And you're supposed to be able to pinch and smush it. This jumbo-sized gump has a silky outer shell, and it's ultra gooey inside. Let's look at the bounce back. It recovers pretty fast. And if you're holding it like this, the ball doesn't keep its shape. It just kind of conforms. Honestly, it looks like a dumpling. But we'll look at those a little later. With these, you're also supposed to be able to stretch it. Oh, kind of like slime. Not quite as stretchy as slime, but I love that you're able to do this. But I have to say, people must be so stressed in 2026 because tell me why these stress balls are so popular all of a sudden. The only thing that would make this better is if it had a yummy scent to it. I'm gonna give this squish ball an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the viral Taba squishies. While these have been viral for a very long time, they're just not the same since dumplings and NeeDoh hit. But they still deserve a fair test. I got all of these from Five Below, and Taba squishies are supposed to be known for their melting texture, their rebound, and kawaii inspired designs. Here I have the Oreo inspired one with some glitter and pom-pom balls. This, I don't even know, I feel like it could be like a mochi thing. A lot of them are very food inspired. This reminds me of Tetris. They're just like little building blocks. And the one that I see everywhere, the cat paw. They are so sticky. They're somewhere in between the texture of jelly and slime all in one. Let's look at the stretch. Am I gonna break it? It rebounds really well. You know what I feel like this would be good for? Is cleaning. I bet this would pick up every speckle of dust, but I can't decide if I like the stickiness of it or not. Satisfaction level of this, 7 out of 10. Let's look at the snack stick. Oh, it's like 3 little mochi pieces on a stick. And apparently they come apart. This one is oddly satisfying. I love the texture of this. It doesn't feel as sticky as the Oreo. I like that you can take them apart and then put them back together. There's not a lot you can do that would destruct a Taba squishy though. Like I can flip it inside out and yet somehow it just rebounds like this. That's so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. These little mochi dumplings, I would say this is pretty fun. And I could probably sit here for hours just fidgeting and doing that. Who knew? This Taba squishy snack stick satisfaction level, 9 out of 10. But now I've been curious about this one because it reminds me of the game Tetris or even a Rubik's Cube. I mean, obviously we can see that they stick together, but since they're so squishy and they're blocks, can they actually retain their shape? And how exactly am I supposed to build this? This is a challenge that I'm gonna have to defeat. Okay, let's try this again. This is supposed to be satisfying, but it's causing me more stress. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Okay, let's think through a minute. Okay, what if we have to hide and tuck? I wanna do this. If I tuck... Oh! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did the cube! Oh my gosh, I did it. The satisfaction of getting something accomplished like this after trying like 100 times, kind of like the Rubik's Cube, I guess is what you try for. It's not so much the texture or the rebound. For this one itself, it was the puzzle. I'm proud of myself. 9 out of 10. And now the cat paw. I don't know why this has been so viral. Everybody seems to love these cat paw Taba squishies. Oh, this is extra sticky. This is as sticky as the Oreo. Is it because you can peel the paw and then it just comes back to where it is? This one has a little charm that I could also take off. Oh. This has gone super viral, and one of the things that I see people do is put some kind of powder on it to make it furry. You know what that means? Oh, this is not the right thing. Wait, the Taba squishy kit. We're gonna try it with some flocking powder. What are these? This is basically powdered fur. It's so crazy. Okay, I hope that's enough. But because this is so sticky, let's see if it'll cling on to the flocking powder. Whoa, oh my God, that's crazy. Now this feels like a real cat paw. I kinda love it. Remember earlier how I said this would be so useful as a cleaning product? Well, let's put that to the test too. We have some parts where it's not fully covered yet, and that was the best I could do. I may have been a little bit overzealous with the flocking powder because this one is super extra furry now, but it feels so good. I kind of prefer the flocking powder and the furry Taba squishies over like even the Oreo one. Satisfaction level? 10 out of 10. It feels like it could become my favorite stuffing, and I just love the texture. Speaking of texture, I need to check on something. Our buttered croissant is ready. Get it? Buttered croissant. Yeah, okay. Let's have a little ASMR moment. It's nice and hard. Let's crack it. I'm gonna be honest, the satisfaction level for the croissant was just mid. It was just the sound of the crackling wax falling down, but the wax itself crumbled within the first crack. So hopefully the butter will be a little bit more satisfying. But what I'm gonna do is first show you guys how hard it is. And then, just like this TikTok ASMR, we're gonna poke it. The visualization of a stick of butter is how I feel digging your hand into a real stick of butter would be like. Oh, the intrusive thoughts might actually be better than the actual test because it just crumbles so fast. Satisfaction level for wax covered squishies, 6 out of 10. And now we're moving into ultra viral territory. These are those squishy dumplings that everybody has been fighting over. I'm gonna be honest, I went to every single Five Below and Target and looked up the Walmarts near me, and they are completely sold out. I don't even know if the ones I have here are the real ones, but apparently this one says it's the viral mystery dumpling. So I hope this is the real one, but if it's not, I tried my best. On the other hand, I did find this one that is a different type of dumplings. These are bao buns with an animal shape to them from my local toy store. And I also found this one from Amazon. Now I think the excitement stems from whether or not you get a glitter one from the real ones. So let's open these up and see if we hit the jackpot. We got some squishy steamed buns here. Am I gonna get lucky? Am I gonna get lucky? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's not glitter, but it's so cute. It's like a pinky lilac color. And let's see the squishiness of it. Oh, I like the texture of it. It reminds me of the speck, except it's a lot more gluey and loose. But how does it compare to the NeeDohs? I like the soft exterior on the outside. The squish satisfaction level is quite nice. It's soft to the touch and has a good rebound. Satisfaction level, 8 out of 10. But now let's see what these animal ones are like. I guess there's only 3 different kinds, so let's see which one I got. Oh my gosh, that is actually so cute. You get 3 in 1. Now we have little baby piggies, Chicky, and Panda. The squish level is also quite nice. This one almost feels a little bit more memory foamish. The rebound is a little bit slower on this, which gives it another level of satisfaction. It's like memory foam. You kind of have to help it along. I like the mini size of it, but what I don't love is this weird smell that it gives. Whoa. And I've seen a lot of comments about people complaining how they all kind of give off this weird smell. But finally, let's see what we have from the Amazon box. I got a glitter one! Why does it look so watery? Is this the one everybody goes crazy for? It's like watery inside. You can say that it gives you ASMR and visual sensory overload. Now, I don't know what the real ones from Five Below and Target are like, but I can say for sure that this one feels pretty nice. My only fear is that it's gonna pop and get everywhere. But overall, I can see why people like these dumplings. I'm gonna give satisfaction level for the mini one, 6 out of 10. Soup dumpling, 8 out of 10. And now the most viral squishies of them all, NeeDohs. So NeeDohs have been around for a while now, but only in 2026 did they pop off and exploded in virality, so much so that there is a shortage of NeeDohs. I think the company has to like keep up and make a bunch more just to keep up with demand. Some of these, like I said, I lined up for, and some of these, let's just say I bought it from the aftermarket and it was triple, almost quadruple the price. So it better be worth it. Let's start with the cutest one of all, the Nice Ice Baby. It's so tiny, but it's supposed to be like a gel ice cube stress cube. It reminds me one of those reusable ice cubes that you just stick into your drink, except I probably don't recommend that for this. It has a gel-like texture inside, and the rebound is actually pretty good. I like the gel-like texture, but it's a little bit small for my liking. 7 out of 10. But this is the little sister to this bigger one, the Nice and Glow. This one has glitter inside and apparently it glows in the dark, but the size is a lot more satisfying. Again, it has this gel-like texture inside, probably filled with slime or glue. It's some kind of goop. Honestly, the exterior just feels a little bit like rubber and plastic. Actually though, what this reminds me of is this toy right here. Growing up, I used to say that ozone was in it, but then you basically just squish it and it like goes infinity. Like you can make it like keep going and going and going, and that's what this feels like. So for nostalgia factor, this gets maybe like a 7, but I don't really understand what the hype is about. It does also come in a bigger size called the Nice Berg, which honestly looks so cool, but I was not about to pay $100 for it since I couldn't find it in the stores. So let's move on to the more fun ones, like this Wildcat. It's it's a fuzz ball that's supposed to have like this velvet squeeze texture. Oh, it looks like a little hamster, but it's a fuzzy cat. And oh my gosh, I like the fuzz. Okay. The squish is very satisfying. I actually like this a lot more than the ice cubes. It's a lot softer. You do get the little bit of the fuzz from like the silicone outer wrapper. You can also stretch it like this. Not only do you get the stretch and the texture and the feel, you also get the ASMR sound every time you stretch it. I can see why people would go crazy over it. Maybe I should resell this one again. Just kidding. I would just give it away to you guys. But the satisfaction level for this gets 9 out of 10. Now this next one is a magic color egg. What's so magic about it, you say? Well, it's supposed to magically change color when squeezed. But I do want to test the magic color changing properties. So let's squeeze it. Whoa! It does change color. That's kind of fun. I wish it was a little bit bigger. The thing with these NeeDohs is like, I feel like they're all just too small. So I don't really know what the appeal is, because if I really needed a stress ball, I would probably go for this or go with the speck, because it's way more satisfying. But this one looks like it's just filled with colored goo inside that kind of pops off when it's squeezed. Satisfaction level, probably 6 or 7. Let's try some food. We have this squeezer. With this one, you have a soft dough squeeze and you're supposed to be able to peel off, but let's test the dough. That's kind of fun. I like the novelty of it. I don't recommend peeling off the cheese because I kind of like how thick the cheese makes it. It just gives it a little bit more resistance. Satisfaction level, 7 out of 10. But now we have a donut. Oh, this one's fun. It feels almost like a balloon. The cake portion of this donut has a little bit more of a texture. Oh, and it's honestly the perfect shape and size. I like that it just fits into the palm of my hand. This one feels nice. It's a different type of squeeze than the cat. This one is almost like a memory foam gel, whereas this one is straight up just squish. It rebounds super fast. And it feels like something you can just like squeeze to work your arms. A workout and a stress relief. Satisfaction level, 8 out of 10. I still like the cat the best. But to accompany the donut, we have donut holes. These just remind me of little, ooh, they make noises. I love that. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, did they all do that? Yes! This is a soft jelly-like texture, and I hate that I have to do this, but I've seen so many people cut into their NeeDohs to see what's inside, and while I'm super curious, I just don't want to do that. But for you guys, I will. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. The time it took for me to stand in line and get these, but I do want to know what's inside for research because I will be making my own next. It's just like glue. What the heck? Literally though, it's just glue. Now I know. And our last package of NeeDoh, these hot shots, which are supposed to be the MVP of squish. I wonder if they feel exactly the same as the donut holes. They're definitely the same shape and size. Oh, because this is just liquid and glue, this one feels a lot stiffer and more of a memory foam-like, so I bet there's probably clay in here. And while these NeeDohs are small, cute, and kind of fun to play with, I wonder if I can make my own version better. So here is my squishy making kit, and it's super easy. All I have to do is stick this clear balloon into this compartment right here, stretch out the top, and using the pump on this side, let's make our balloon bigger. Look at that stretch. I'm gonna go for a medium one and stretch it until it sits right on top of that white thing. Done. And now we get to fill it. I have some jelly powder. We'll just add a scoop of that. And then let's make ours fun. Since most of the squishies I tried today didn't have any kind of glitter or color or anything inside, I'm gonna fill mine with some sparkles. And while we're at it, let's add a little bit of color. 1 drop, let's make it 2. I'm not driving. And now let's activate our jelly. Oh my gosh, it's growing! Could this actually be the best squishy yet? Let's stir this up. The gel is nice and thick. Oh, this is gonna be so good. You know what? I'm gonna let my hand do the rest of the work. Now let's close it up. Oh, so good. Okay, now this part gets a little tricky because I'm supposed to twist it. Please don't break, please don't break. And then we just take this clamp and lock it in place. And there's our squishy. Aside from this clamp, which is like the only part that I don't like, I wish there was a way to just make it flush like this one, but it is what it is. Let's see if we created the best squishy yet. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared of popping this because I do think I overfilled it a little bit, but just seeing the powder get mixed as I press into it and the glitter and the paint. So this one I was able to stretch. How far can I stretch this? Not that far, and I'm kind of scared. Honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing your own work come to life, and this feels more satisfying than this. I mean, right? But let's see what a professional squishy lover thinks. This is my squishy expert. I'm gonna have her test both of these squishies, give me the satisfaction score for each, and tell me which one feels homemade.
What is this? What am I touching? It feels like oobleck. Satisfaction? 4 out of 10 because it feels like oobleck. It feels weird. Well, sorry mom, but I think it's homemade.
Feel this one.
What is this? It doesn't feel homemade. It feels like a store-bought slime. It's a squishy, but I don't like this one. I give it a 0 out of 10.
Why?
Because it feels weird.
But that's the store-bought one?
Yes. Actually, sorry stores, but I like this one better. I like oobleck. Oh, I was wrong. Sorry, mommy.
But if you guys like this video, go watch me test viral slime.